Alright. Well, I'm going back. I didn't find any snakes, but a lot of mosquitoes. So I'm headed back. What I wanted to say again is hold on, this is off. This is on. So okay. So, for those of you who do not understand who I am, I'm Curtis Kino. Sun is setting. And I'm a nature lover. I find my pleasure in nature tremendously. So my thing is education. I love educating people on nature, plants, animal species, whether it's marine animals, terrestrial animals, reptiles, things that I've learned that does not require a degree in college to grasp. It's just the basics of life. The basics. And knowing that the reptilian family, or the reptilian species, has been around on Earth beyond mammals. And it's the reptilians whom have pioneered Earth. And now it's the human species. And everything that we see around us, in a sense, of nature, animals, it's all been given to us by an advanced civilization. And that advanced civilization can go by many words and many terms. But everything stems from God. I'll preface that in other future videos. But for now, I want you to understand where the human species, the human race, reptiles have come from. If you look very carefully, I'll answer that question for you if you are really curious right now into discovering, well, I can't wait. I can't wait until he makes another video to figure this out. Well, I would say, okay, great. Well, you look at how many reptiles are there on Earth compared to mammals. And you can go through different variances from chickens to snakes to birds. And it goes on and on and on. Reptiles have been here forever. This is their homeworld. To fish. This is their homeworld. We're only here, mammals, we're only here for a short life. But we mammals have begun to realize how nature works. And how nature promulgates itself into different species and regions and how to fast forward and reverse all this through intellect. We know that black holes and space continuums, space warps, being able to mirror the exit of a space warp and the entrance of a space warp and feed that onto itself, and how we can slow and progress time. Yes, we can go back and forwards in time. According to the gravitational laws and the powers of Stephen Hawking's and Isaac Asimov and what's his name? Space holes and time warps. One of my favorite authors and scientists, I forget his name, but I purchased his book in 1997. Shoot. Anyway, I read his book and I understood his science, but I did not understand much of his equations, because his equations and many other scientists, their equations, Space Holes and Time Warp by Kip Thorne. That's it, Kip Thorne. I purchased this book in 1996 while I was right here in Florida, and I read it it took me actually 3 years to read it because I was traveling throughout the country. And his book, coupled with Stephen Hawking's and Einstein's theory of special relativity, and then I incorporated my own theory in that in theoretical physics, I understood why you can go back and forwards in time. But it goes even beyond that. People don't believe you can go back in time. You can go forward in time. You can't go back. I went even further after reading his book, even though I didn't understand the complete science of it. But of course, if you can think it, as I said as a child, if we humans can think it, it can be done. So it doesn't matter if, you got to have mathematics to figure this thing out and prove it. No. It goes even further than that. If you can think it, it can be done. In physics. And that's why physics is so great. Where physics is like baby steps compared to the mind of man, where it's so cosmical great. You can't keep up. But of course, physics have to prove itself. And so you have to understand that. But in other words, this is the wrong world that we're living in. For those of you who understand. Oh, whoa, what's that? I'm taking this home. Great fertilizer. This looks like constipation deer poop. So I'm taking this home to put in my garden, and hopefully my pepper plants will grow that much more brilliant compared to what it is right now. I mean, they're growing brilliantly, but this is beautiful. I haven't to spot this. But anyway, all right, let's get the camera. So, life as we know.